So I was talking to you guys the other day about this thing with Mark Taylor, the Mark Taylor prophecy. I just saw his latest video on Greg Hunter. It was interesting. But I want to recap because I'd mentioned a little bit of something he said about the Supreme Court and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Where is she? How is she voting? Well, somebody who saw somebody who said they saw her. REO Speedwagon syndrome. So he said, this isn't when was this posted? This is back in 2018, but it's a good recap. Mark Taylor, who says God told him in 2011 that Trump would one day be president and the co-author of the recent book, The Trump Prophecies, was recently interviewed on Skywatch TV to promote the upcoming film, The Trump Prophecy, being released in October, and to talk about the recent Supreme Court nomination. Appearing on the show 2 days after the nomination of Judge Brett Kavanaugh, host Derek Gilbert wasted no time in asking Taylor about a specific prophecy he had previously declared about how God told him that Trump, a primary candidate at the time, would appoint 5 U.S. Supreme Court justices to bench when elected president. And he says, originally God told me there was going to be 3 Supreme Court justices. And a while later, he says, no, there's going to be 5, Taylor asserted. I went back and I started listening to the Lord, and he said, 1 will die, 1 will retire, and 3 will be caught in a scandal. So I think didn't one already announced their retirement, right? Because Kavanaugh. So that's 1. 2, or the other one he said would die. Well, that's Ginsburg. And 3 would be caught in a scandal. And isn't it? I think he talked about it in his latest thing with on the Greg Hunter show, the USA Watchdog. Which is the one that flip-flopped recently on this last vote they did the other day, 5-4. Roberts, I think it was Roberts. And wasn't he also the one that flip-flopped on the Obamacare? It's a tax. It's not a tax. 5-4. We got to have Obamacare. We're getting taxed. Wasn't that him too? But he mentioned, he goes, hey, that guy, that particular judge, gets to appoint the FISA court judges. And how come we haven't even heard a comment from him recently, either defending the FISA court, even though we found now unequivocally it's been abused, fake dossier, fake information. Mueller was brought in, right? Didn't they say it was Mueller? Years ago, 2002, hey, we got a bad case of the FBI giving us fake stuff to get these warrants. You need to clean this place up. We need to stop this. Okay. Only to find out, like I've always said, as soon as they, we got it, they go right back to doing it. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how illegal, they go right back to doing it. And they did. And they came up with the most illegal thing ever. Out of all the things they maybe, should we put that in there? Well, it's kind of true. All right, let's put that in there. Here, Judge. Dossier from Christopher Steele from another country, paid for by, done by Fusion GPS, tied to Bruce and Nellie Orr, and then tied to Clinton Foundation and Clinton's, and essentially they paid for it. Hillary Clinton basically paid for this. And it was all fake. All of it. So why hasn't this guy said anything? This judge, I believe it's Roberts. Why hasn't he come out and said, oh, yeah, again, guys, come on, Mr. Mueller, we had you back in here in 2002. You did it again? Nope, no comment. So it's going to be, in my opinion, that judge and one of the other 3 liberal judges get caught in a scandal. Is it Sotomayor? Remember, Obama picked her. Sotomayor, maybe. Is she one? So is it her, Roberts, and then one of the other 2? Liberal judges. Obviously, it is if this guy's going to be right. It's one of the, it's 3 of them. But we've already got, again, Kavanaugh, he took over 1 spot. Okay, good. Next one's, one of them will die. Oh, really? Q already told us she's done. They had her on like life support, barely. So my question was, where was she when she ruled 5-4 the other day? Look, where was she at? Did she even come into the Supreme Court to do it? Or, I'm going to work from home today, guys. I've got my stuff here. I got paperwork, And it wasn't her who made the call. Her assistant or her, person, whatever, assistant, personal assistant, whatever the hell they have. Hey, she's going to work from home today. Oh, she's doing good. She's been walking. Have you heard from her son? Her son, she's been walking a mile a day. She's been walking a mile a day. She's doing really good. Real good recovery. Yeah, me too. The other thing is part of the scandal that comes, according to this guy, part of this. You guys had a Supreme Court justice who was virtually dead, and you voted for her. Is that what you're telling me? Well, we didn't. Busted, But that would require 2 other Supreme Court justices to be caught in the same scandal. Although he didn't necessarily say in the same scandal, he just said in a scandal. 3 would be caught in a scandal. It sounds like it'd be the same scandal to me, obviously, but you don't know. And if you don't know, now you know, brother. Taylor claimed that it was 3 months after God gave him the Supreme Court prophecy that Scalia died in February of 2016, which gave Democratic President Obama the opportunity to nominate Merrick Garland and replace Scalia. However, maybe not that death, because Trump has to pick new Supreme Court justices. I think we got another death coming on, right? The Republican-led Senate never held a confirmation hearing and left the Supreme Court vacancy unfulfilled until Trump took office in January 2017 and could nominate Justice Neil Gorsuch, who was confirmed last year. So then, well, wait a minute. Then he's got Kavanaugh. Justice Anthony Kennedy announcing his retirement last month. Again, this was from last year, 2018. Last month was another part of the prophecy coming true, he suggested. And he says, so now, the next 3. It remains to be seen what the type of scandal may be. Now, what that is, I don't know. I don't have a timeline on that. But what the Lord is doing right now with the Supreme Court, he's telling me I'm not moving the Supreme Court left or right. He said I'm moving it toward righteousness. Ooh. So was the other death the one like he thought when he commented? It could be. And whether Ruth Bader Ginsburg is barely alive, whatever. Oh, she actually recovered. What if she does recover? Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, she is there. Hey, all the conspiracy theorists, she's still alive. Look. But she's embroiled in a scandal along with the other, whatever the other 2 are, whoever they are. And then they're gone. So, again, it could be that she dies, and then there's 2 other remaining. I don't know. I'm just trying to read what he said, kind of read between the lines. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Well, the other guy did die, Scalia and all. Okay. Bottom line is I think he's going to be right. I think Donald Trump is going to pick more than just the replacement for Ginsburg. At least another 1 or 2, which would make it a total of 3 new ones. I guess, right? Or, I don't know. Just something to think about. It's really, you can see how this could kind of go this way. Oh, no, maybe it'll go that way. Bottom line is I think we're going to have more than just a 5-4 sway in the Supreme Court. And remember, my opinion was that they took out Scalia. They took him out. At a party, everything's good. And he goes, I'm feeling a little tired. I'm going to go to bed early tonight. Never woke up. Yeah, that's normal. Died in his sleep. Yeah, Supreme Court justice, that's normal. It'll be normal. But Ginsburg, on the other hand, this lady's almost 100 years old. She's alive and well, apparently, voting 5-4. Anyways, take care.